This program is paid for by the JV Sports LLC.
You're listening to the JV Sports Show. Talking JUCO, NAIA, D2, D3, and community college sports. And now, here's your hosts, James Poovey and Vince DeLisio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JV Sports Show. We're live out here at IHOP 67th Avenue in Peoria in Glendale. It's rivalry week. A big game tonight out at Cactus High School. The OU-AZ Spirit travel across town to meet the Arizona Christian University Firestorm. It's going to be a great show today, Vince. We're going to talk to both coaches, and then we're also going to have James Lex on with us from Champion Sports Network back in Texas.
Man, I tell you what, this is great because we are here at IHOP. You and I are both having breakfast. What did you order?
Colorado omelet, no ham.
You already knew, too,
Yep.
being a Denver Broncos fan. And I got the 2x2x2. I just wanted to kind of experiment a little bit, sample a little bit of everything. We're joined, some OU-AZ families are here. There's a great group that we ran into. We met last week, a prayer group that comes here every Saturday morning before us, giving us some wisdom and
Yes.
some inspiration, and here early on a Saturday morning. And we are joined by ACU Firestorm head football coach Jeff Bowen. Coach Bowen, how are you, sir?
Good morning, guys.
Came back for more, huh?
Yep, here I am.
Or glutton for punishment. We haven't figured out which.
Yeah. Coach, big win last week. Congratulations to you. You took care of business, and our friend Lamar here, gave us some warm thoughts. These guys won last week, Lamar, thanks to you. Yeah.
Me, the best prepared team always wins.
There you go.
Always.
There you go. So give us a little recap of last week's game.
The guys just really executed well. We came out, defense played lights out early. Actually, they played lights out all game. They were just really locked in. Only gave up one big play all night. And our first series, we hit on the first play of the game. We were able to find John Cole in the crease, and he goes about 60 yards. And then we get another stop, go down, bog down a little bit. Nestor Higuera Rodriguez kicks another field goal. The kids playing extremely well. And then our next series, our quarterback keeps the ball on our option game, and he goes about 60 yards again. So it was bang, 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 and it's 17-0, or 17-6. And we just played well all night.
Coach, talk about your week of practice going into this rivalry game tonight. How was the team's mood after the win last week?
I guess it's because I'm old school or whatever. We don't do anything different because of a rivalry. Rivalry is for fans, and it's for geography and closeness of schools, and all those things are great, and it adds a lot to the atmosphere, no matter what level you're in, high school, college, whatever. But your preparation has to be your preparation. You prepare your team to play the game, and it just happens to be a team that you have some history with.
Coach, so you're back in it, yeah, and especially with Langston falling last week, you guys are back in the hunt, and now all of a sudden the season just got really interesting, James. In that you guys aren't out of the conference championship picture either. You're back in the conversation, and you obviously hold the cards. You hold you control your own destiny in these last 4 games here, but. How does that feel in the fact that, you prepare week by week, but there's a little bit of a bigger picture here and some implications that you could end up winning this thing?
We didn't talk about it once all week.
Nice setup, Vince.
I was waiting for something big like, yes, we are excited. We're back.
Early on, it's.
He'd make a great insurance salesman, wouldn't he, James?
Well, here's the reality of the NAIA. It is extremely tough to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
The bottom line is 16 teams are going to go.
Yeah.
There's 12 leagues, and unless you win your league, your chances of getting in are slim to none anyway. So, for us or anyone in the league, every week's a big game when you're playing league opponents.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare, and if you try to It's physically and mentally impossible to build your team up every week to play the big game. Every game is the big game. Well, eventually you're trying to ride on emotions, and emotions can be fickle, as we know. So we try to stay level-headed and just prepare. And we've had a great week of preparation. Our guys are focused, and we're excited about tonight.
Being that this is the last couple of games of the season, Coach, talk about some of your seniors and guys that have played for you for a little bit of time and their leadership on your football team.
What's funny is we had our team pictures yesterday. I always do it late in the season. I like to know who's with me at the end, not who's with me in the beginning. And one of the pictures we always take is I take a team picture, and then I take a picture with our seniors, and it's a pretty special group. And then we look at our 4- and 5-year guys, our guys that have been with us from the beginning, and that was my first recruiting class as the head coach. So it's a special group. Some of a lot of them are playing really, really well for us. Our 3 senior offensive linemen that have been with me since their freshman year with the Fudge brothers and Artie Basaldoa, and they're obviously playing well and have been with us a long time, and a guy that just stood out on the defensive side of the ball last week, Tyler Hunt, our defensive end, converted defensive end from linebacker. He's been with us. They call him Grandpa because he's been with us 5 years, and he's had 2 ACL surgeries, and his body's just beat up. And last week he just absolutely dominated and played the best game of his career, and it was really cool to see, And so I'm really proud of the seniors that have been with us for the 4 and 5 years, and also our transfer seniors and stuff. They're a big part of what we do and how we do our business and the way we've been able to build our program. So your seniors are always special.
So preparing, week in and week out, preparing for just another game. Obviously, OUAZ, the new kid on the block, second-year program. What are you seeing on film from these guys? And we, James and I, call their games every week, so we know what we see. We know what other coaches and spoken to. But what does ACU see? What are you guys going in with the mindset that these guys are pretty good here? There's an opportunity here. What do you see, Coach?
They're just fundamentally sound, well-coached football team. The offense runs through the quarterback. He does a great job of distributing the football. Their run game is solid. The linemen play well. Sean Burns, our offensive line coach, does a great job. Sean's a friend of mine.
Speaks highly of you.
I've known Sean since he was a high schooler. He put some beatdowns on me when he was when he was playing at Paradise Valley High School for Donnie Yanis, and I was starting out at Westview, so they do a great job. And defensively, I think what they do best is they just run to the ball. And I love that because defense is all about aligning right, knowing your assignment, and then when the ball snapped, just run with your hair on fire, and they do a good job of that. So they're just well schooled.
What would you say to the fans out there that should be coming out tonight for this football game, Coach? It's going to be a beautiful evening outside Cactus High School tonight, 7 p.m. OUAZ at ACU, and it should be a fun one. Oh,
it's going to be a great atmosphere. It was last year. And rivalries are fun for everyone involved, the universities, the student bodies and all those kind of things. It should be why you play sports, and if it's done right. And I think it'll be done right by these 2 universities.
Well, Coach Jeff Bowen, thank you so much for joining us this morning early. We appreciated it. Good luck to you. You've been so accessible to us this season. It's been great. We've gotten a lot of nuggets from you, and we appreciate it. We look forward to it. We're going to catch you pregame as well.
Yes, sir.
We're going to come up to you. We do some pregame stuff on Twitter, so we're going to come find you, Coach.
I'll be standing out there.
Thanks for the warning, he says.
Can't miss me.
Don't dodge us. We're going to be looking for you, but we look forward to it. You've been great. Your staff, we love your staff. There's a lot of guys that I know and love on that staff. Todd Williamson, Sean Cooper, I've worked with those guys at St. Mary's in the past. Joe Parker, very approachable guy, good guy. And it's just all in all, and I know I've left some names out, but all in all, it's a great staff, great group of guys. You guys are doing some good things over there, and we're so excited about tonight's game. I know you said preparing week to week, but this is really big because it's pulling the community together and really creating a nice big rivalry here that we can look at for years to come. So really excited about. Oh, Coach, one more thing. How's in the last 30 seconds here? How's developments going at the new property there?
Things are going well.
Yeah.
Basketball started this week in the main event center, and so that's been converted into the basketball gymnasium for now, and it's beautiful inside, and that's only going to be temporary till the main arena is built. They've tore down some buildings on campus to prepare for the new fields going in, and hopefully this spring it gets started on that, and hopefully here in a couple of years we'll have the main stadium built and be rolling.
Well, we've had the pleasure of being joined by Coach Arizona Christian head coach Jeff Bowen this morning. Thanks, Coach, for coming on with us again. We will catch up with you tonight before the game. Again, Cactus High School, 7 p.m., OUAZ at ACU. We'll take a short break. We'll come right back here on the JV Sports Show, and we'll talk with James Lex from the Champion Sports Network right after this.
Go JV.